Yeah, hi, my name is Chris Spangenberg. I've been a resident of Camarillo for about 30 years. And when it came time to sell our old home, we looked around and made contact with a few realtors. And this was several months before we actually put the house on the market. And Jose answered our request. He was the most interested in the property and what it meant to us. I told him we're not going to sell the house right away. This is something that might happen in the next couple, 3 months. And he touched base with us probably every 3 weeks or so. Just continued to indicate he was interested in representing the property, and when the opportunity came along, he'd like the chance to make a presentation. And some of the others touched base a couple times and then lost interest. So I could see that he was the kind of guy who would follow through, keep working, and make it happen. When he came to see us, he said that I'll be available to you whenever you need me, and my staff will work with me very closely. So throughout the whole process, he was available by phone, and his staff at the office was super helpful. Friendly, fun, happy people. I could see that they had a good team over there, and everybody seems to like one another, and everybody was available. And even on the weekends or later in the evening, sometimes I would receive a call from the office, and it appeared that people work all week long over there. So there was a feeling that the whole crew was really involved, really cared about what was going on. So no, there's never been an issue with losing communication with either Jose or the people handling the details. It was perfect. Well, there was some concern about selling the house during the pandemic, as probably most people selling a piece of property were concerned that the buyers may be a little hesitant with a potential threat to the economy. And when we met with Jose, he indicated that surprisingly enough, with the interest rates being low and very few houses available for buyers that want to buy, it was a great time to sell. That was a surprise when we talked to him in the beginning, and it turned out to be true. We found a buyer the same day the sign was put up on our property. The first day, I think we had 3 offers. Well, there was a situation where I think that concern about the economy raised its head somewhere in the middle of the escrow. And there were a couple times when the buyer got a little anxious and wanted to hold back. And one time, I think, actually pulled out of the deal for a day. But Jose was confident enough in their feeling about the property that they really loved the property, and it was just a matter of getting over that kind of buyer's remorse in advance kind of feeling that people get. And I've had it once in my life too. So I understood it, and I was willing to hang in there with the buyers, and with Jose's coaching and reassurance that it would work. We were fortunate, and the deal went back on again and concluded the sale. When we purchased the property that we just sold, it was one of the well-known realtors in the county. And I was very dissatisfied with the relationship that I had with that person. The deal didn't go quite the way I thought it would go. I always felt like he was keeping some information from me as a buyer, and it was kind of an unhappy relationship. We concluded the sale, we purchased the property, but I was left with a rather bad taste in my mouth. This was the exact opposite. Jose was completely transparent, honest, did exactly what he said he would do, and the schedule he said he could do it in, and I couldn't be happier. That's a huge benefit, knowing that you're working with a person who feels confident that he can make it happen, lays out the steps he'll go through, and then as the thing progressed, he was able to meet the challenges as they came along and assure me as the seller, and obviously he must have been able to assure the buyer that this was in everyone's best interest, and the deal was concluded. So yeah, it's very important. It's just trust. You need to trust the person you're working with, and there's something in his approach, in his style, in the way the office works that you feel very confident you're dealing with an honest man and a first-rate outfit. So yeah, I'm very pleased. I would be more than happy to recommend him and his staff anyone trying to sell their property or buy a piece of property. It would. My experience was very positive. I have not one negative thing to say. It was smooth and easy, and even though we had a little bump in the middle, it wasn't his problem. He solved what problems arose. It was great. I would highly recommend it. Be happy to.